Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Marcus Bradley, and I'm the host and founder of the XY Perspective. Joining me live now is my South African panel, the great Josh, Mr. Skoomba, and Mr. Polite. We are going over today accountability versus responsibility. I know we may have done this show before, but not in this format. So today we're going to do some question and answer, and we're going to see what the different age groups can tell us about the difference between accountability and responsibility. So, gentlemen, if you're ready, I'm ready. Can we do this?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Let's do this. You know, I always start out with the easiest of all questions, so I'm going to give each person a chance to answer the first question. What is the difference, in your own words, what's the difference between being accountable and being responsible?
So, like,
All
I
right,
think maybe
Kings.
you should maybe like point out who goes first. You are way good at that.
Okay, well, you go first,
Mm.
sir.
Oh my God. Oh, all right. All right then. I don't mind. I just thought maybe the elders first.
No.
Best
You
fight
got it.
for last.
Yes, sir.
Best fight for last.
No, you got it. Go ahead.
All right then. Right. Good evening, kings, wherever you are. Hey, it's a lovely evening, eh? We're all excited to be here again on the second, personally, on the second stream of XY Perspective. I'm excited. I'm not nervous. Somehow I'm not nervous. I don't know why I'm not nervous. I should be nervous, but I'm not, strangely. But hey, here I am, about to devour the show.
Yes, sir.
Right. So I can say accountability basically refers to the state of being responsible, answerable for one's actions, decisions, and like their consequences.
Okay.
I believe that is accountability.
Okay. And
Yes,
in your
sir.
own, what is your definition of responsibility, or is it the same thing to you?
I wouldn't really say it's the same definition as accountability because responsibility is more of a responsibility is more fulfilling and like fulfilling obligations and duties expected.
Okay. Okay.
That's how I can explain responsibility. Like for a personal responsibility would be like an individual um an individual taking accountability for one's life and decisions.
Okay.
So
Mr. John. Oh, okay. Go ahead.
I can also say like there's like different categories to to responsibility itself.
All right.
But we'll definitely dig into that after everyone does.
Yes, we will. Mr. Josh, what you got for me? You next. The difference between being
Yes.
accountable and being
Evening,
responsible.
Kings. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good evening to the whole panel. Welcome back, guys.
Yes, sir.
Let's do this. So, my definition, I'll say responsibility is more about duties.
Uh,
Responsibility is fulfilling the duty. Yes, sir. And accountability is responsibility with authority. If that makes any sense to you, gentlemen.
yes, sir.
So, what
Mm-hmm.
that
Mm-hmm.
means is take my house, for example. I have to give the kids duties to clean the house, to wash the dishes. That's their responsibility, things they have to do. When my lady comes back from work and she finds the house is dirty, she holds me accountable
Yes,
because
sir.
I am the one with the authority. So
True
responsibility
that.
with
True that.
authority is accountability.
All right. That's a good
That
answer.
makes sense. So that's where my
True that.
difference is.
Great answer.
Yes.
Great answer. Mr. Skoomba, the elder. What you got for us?
Yes, my man. So good to be with you again, guys. It's the second
Yes, sir.
time. Yeah, so I'm so excited about today. Yes, so my belief is responsibility is it's a duty to perform assigned to a task,
Okay.
while accountability is the ownership of the consequences and results of those tasks,
Okay.
even
That
if
now,
the responsibility is delegated.
right. That now, all of you
Yeah,
had.
and responsibility is about doing the job, and but the accountability is about owning the outcome of that job and being
Yes, sir.
answerable for it.
Yes, sir. So
Yes,
those are the great points that I want everybody to that's listening to understand that
yes,
we have all got our own responsibilities. Responsibility is task oriented. You're
yes,
doing something that you're responsible for. But what I want everybody to understand the difference between accountability is when we oversee or are in charge of something and the task that you're responsible for doesn't get
Mm-hmm.
completed.
Mm-hmm.
Now we are responsible for either the success or the failure of those tasks. Let's say
yes,
you all get to work and you all have a duty at work that you're responsible for. The manager is accountable for you getting those tasks done. And if those don't get done, the buck stops with the manager, not with you. So as men in our own households, we have to understand that when we when something happens in our house, we're not responsible for the action of it. We're responsible for the overall house itself. The house will crumble without us. Now, maybe the doors and windows can be responsible for everyone else, but the structure of the house, the framework of the family is provided by me, by you, the king, the man of the house. That's where the
Yes,
accountability is.
sir.
So
True that.
that's what keeps us as the head of the household. Now, when we
yeah,
give up our accountability and we let our lady do the leading, then it's out of our hands and we're no longer accountable, which means we're no
yes.
longer head of our own house. So that's where
True
we're
that.
getting right now. And I want each of you, starting with Skumba, to
Yes,
give
sir.
me an example from your life where you had to step up and be accountable, whether at home or at work. And it doesn't have to be anything serious, but just give me an instance where you had to step up and be accountable.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity. I'm just gonna talk about like things that happened to me with my life.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay,
Yes, sir.
going back to years ago. So apparently, I can like admit that I didn't know anything about accountability.
Mm-hmm.
So I was doing things that I'm not even proud of even today. So I didn't take any advice from anyone, advice from my wife, advice from people around me. And then like I used to hate like people around me, people that allow, people that expect more from myself. So so I can say so I'm glad that we did this this month. So last year that's when like I decided to change my life. That's when I decided to find myself. Look, it's been a year ever since like I decided to focus on like a specific duty and action required just to get my life on track.
Okay.
Everything I can say right now, like everything is going so well. I don't have to apologize to anyone. I don't regret anything. It's been a year now. Like everything that I do, I don't have to regret. I don't have to apologize to anyone. So I can say like I'm so thankful for this opportunity because even myself I can learn more how to do better. Like there is a lot that I can learn from you guys. As I said the other day, that it's not about age.
Right.
It's about how you take things
Yes, sir.
in life.
And I'm
It's more like yes, I'm listening.
go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, my network is kind of breaking up right now. Okay, it's about how you take things in life. Like you have to listen, you have to observe, and then don't just too quick to judge. Because if you can't hold like have zero accountability, like everything is just gonna fall apart.
Yes,
True
sir.
that. True
So
that.
I'm just saying I'm so thankful for today, guys. I'm learning a lot from you guys. I'll never stop learning. So I'm just wanna say thank you so much, guys.
Okay. And let me add to that real quick. And I know we all have a lot of responsibility, but the one thing men typically forget to do is to be accountable for themselves first. You have to be responsible for yourself, whether it's your health, your mental health, your wellness, your well being. You have to take care of yourself first before you can
True
take
that,
care of
sir.
somebody else. And so if you and for those of you watching on YouTube, just put down in the comments something that you a story or share an instance where you had to be accountable for yourself or for somebody else. So don't let yourself just be watching. You can put comments in the link and if we get you on screen fast enough, I'll probably shout you out. So we must continue to think of that as well. That not only are we accountable for our household, in order for us to be 100%, we have to be responsible for ourselves. That's our health, our well being, and all those other things financially, mentally, spiritually. We also have to do that. So I thank you for that, Mrs. Schumer. Being accountable for oneself and focusing on yourself, even after for a year. And it's not selfish. It's not selfish when you do that because you have to be at 100% in order to take care of others. Mr.
True
Josh,
that.
give me one instance.
Yes, King.
Yes.
No, no pressure, King. No pressure.
No pressure. No pressure.
Uh, so good, Kings. So, like Mr. Moriana has said, as a man, you have to take accountability for your life. As a kid growing up, I used to have duties, responsibilities I was supposed to fulfill, but I was not yet grown enough. My mindset was not grown enough to take accountability in the finishing of the duties. And it affected me so much. It affected me so much when I was still in school, doing my second year. It was my responsibility to study, keep focused, don't let the distractions do that. But I did not hold myself accountable for the results, for how it was all going to work out in the end. I used to put it on my parents or be like, oh no, it's beyond me. I'm just doing my duties. I never saw myself being accountable. Like, I'm responsible for this life. And if it goes, I'm accountable. If it fails, I'm still accountable to that.
Yes.
And that's one instance I can talk about in my life where I was completely unaware of taking accountability for the responsibilities that I was given. And that caused me to probably skip a few, don't do this, don't do that. And the result
Mm-hmm.
of it also changed because I was not accountable for the actions I was supposed to be responsible for.
Okay. And
Yes, King.
again, I'll add to that and say, and thank you for that
I
comment
hope you guys get it. Yeah.
because again, we sometimes forget if we're not accountable
Yeah.
and we get used to being unaccountable, then we can't be dependable either. And where do our lives
Yes,
go
sir.
if no one can depend on us, no one can trust us, no one can look to us for anything? What purpose do we serve? You know, what kind of life do we live?
Correctly.
If we're not responsible for anything or accountable for anything, where are we? You know, so we got to remember that we must start something and then finish it. Don't leave a task undone. If you put your name on it, you make sure you put 100% effort into it and complete the task. That way, even if it fails, but you did your best, you did your best. That's all we can ask. Mr.
True that,
Polite,
sir.
I
Yes,
see you
sir.
back now, sir. One instance where you
Mhm.
have to be accountable.
So, my my experience when it comes to accountability is very complex.
Yes, sir.
I can say accountability is more of an awareness of your flaws as a human being
Mm-hmm.
and admitting to those flaws.
Got it.
And I can also say that through the environment that I grew up in and where I am now, my my awareness when it comes to being accountable is that I should be aware of my demons, the everyday demons that I face through my everyday life. And
Mm.
I shouldn't blame it on oh no, I was tired. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Ah no. It's more of taking action and saying yes, that was wrong. I should change that. So I think I believe actually accountability is more of mindset to change and hone your mindset to change that demon controlling your oh, I'm gonna do it tomorrow problem because I suffer or should I say suffered the I'll do it tomorrow, it's fine, I'll do it tomorrow, it's okay. But I'm slowly teaching myself to do it then, do it now. Why wait for tomorrow? What if you die tomorrow? You see? So for me, I, I can say is many people actually tend to fail to actually admitting to their demons. You see, and that is actually affecting a lot of people, the youth, the grown people. They all suffer the it wasn't my fault. I couldn't do it. No one will. So I think it's all in admitting that yes, I am weak. I am a human being. I cannot control my emotions sometimes because many people tend to face the I was let's picture maybe someone drunk and hitting their wife or something. They'll blame it on being drunk rather than just taking action and saying, yes, I was really angry towards you, my love, or whatever. So they'll just blame it on being drunk instead of taking action and saying, you know what, maybe what if I just stopped drinking because it's causing people to fear me or hate me towards other people. So yeah, I can definitely say accountability is just accepting your demons. And in order for you to defeat those demons, you need to be aware of them.
Yes.
If you're not aware of those demons, then you cannot be able to defeat them because you don't know their weaknesses or their strengths. And I am slowly um like observing my demons and how I can actually defeat them slowly. Like it's more of a slow pace. It's not a fast pace. I promise you, it's not a fast pace, but it's more of getting used to it, adapting to the situation of that demon and slowly being able to defeat it. And it actually works if you put your mind to it. So once again, I'll say it's all in the mindset. It's only the dedication you put behind taking accountability for that action. So yeah, that is how
So
I would explain accountability.
you touched on, and thank you for that comment, but you touched on two good things that we may have time to get to. One is being humble enough to say, you know what, I need help, or I am suffering, or I am weak
Yes,
in
sir.
this. See, a lot of us are too proud to
Yes,
say we
sir.
need. A lot of us are too proud to say, "Oh, I'm struggling. Is
Yes,
there
sir.
anybody out there to help me?" And that's what the XY perspective is trying to build up and create a network where men like yourselves have an outlet to reach other guys that may be going through the same thing as you to help each
Yes,
other
sir.
do the same thing. And
Okay.
then two,
So,
you
so
touched on you, you touched on spirituality, and
mhm.
that is like the covering that we all aspire to get to. Most of us don't have a spiritual connection
Compatible.
with God.
Yes, sir.
Most of people don't know what that is, and hold on one second. And most people can't figure out how to do what we're doing. And being connected spiritually takes purpose. You have to
Yes,
be
sir.
you have to have a purpose to do that. And
Yes,
most
sir.
of us don't know that yet. So being humble and then being spiritually connected or spiritually grounded is two things that I think that you touched on now where we have to
Yes,
get
sir.
better.
Yes, sir. And can I also add on something?
Yes, sir.
I just want to add something quickly. So the thing is, you see,
Okay.
when it comes to admitting that you're actually going through problems, through situations that are quite difficult for you to handle mentally and emotionally and physically too. I, it's more of a, you can't just really just talk to somebody because they can't be there physically, but are they with you mentally and emotionally too? Because sometimes like asking for help can seem like a hindrance to other people. Cause and what causes that hindrance is that they don't like you. First of all, they don't give a hell about you. You see, they actually pray that you go on your downfall. They don't want to see you rise up from those demons physically and spiritually. So they'll actually just listen to your problems, but your problem is actually going in and out of their ears. So I think it's more of a, you should view the people you actually ask or seek help from, because many
Right.
people actually are bad people. I'm not gonna lie. Many people are bad people out there. But hey, that's why, as you touched on, that's why we have the XY perspective, eh? That's why we
Yes,
have the XY perspective.
yes, sir.
Yes,
And
sir. So
and
I feel like it's
so let like that will move us to our next point about the people that we have around us. And do you think your upbringing as the people that showed you, and Josh is coming to you first, the people that showed you or set the example for you, maybe it was your parents, maybe it was your uncles, aunties, grandparents, the people that set the example for you, how did that affect you in being accountable and being responsible?
Yes, King. Yes, King. Uh, it's also complex,
Yes, sir.
way complex. When we were growing up, our parents would give us responsibilities and duties. So we grew up with that mentality of you have to have a duty, you have to have a responsibility, you have to do something when you get home. That's one thing we grew up on. And it paid off later in life because I started being responsible for my own clothing, my own washing. You know, you eat something, then you go wash the dish same time because of that system that was taught to me when I was still young. And they were teaching us how to grow up and be able to take care of ourselves, take responsibility for our actions, and responsibility for our property, our stuff, the usual things which are yours. You
Mhm.
have to take care of.
Yes, sir.
And as I grew older, they said there was a lack of father figure.
Okay.
Father figure is someone who's going to bring a firm head, bring a firm hand to the family to give us this task, and he who is accountable for us. If I'm making any sense, let me just put this on the charger quickly. Yes, awesome. As I was saying, gentlemen, the father figure missing in our life kind of took away
Uh-oh.
or someone to look up
Okay.
to show you what you should be accountable for as a man,
Okay.
to teach you the responsibilities of a man in a household, to teach you what is the structure of the whole building. There's windows. Mother was probably the roof. The siblings, the windows, but that structure, that standing father figure, it was missing. And in a way, it was more of a learn as you go,
Okay.
learn as you grow up, learn as you make the mistakes, for you to understand what a man is and
Did that
how what role he
make
plays.
did that make it harder for you?
In a way, when you paving your path without direction, you're bound to go to the five different wrong locations before you actually find the right path. So it
Oh,
made it a bit difficult.
yes,
Made
sir.
it a bit difficult. But I think what we're doing, gentlemen, this is a big, how can I say it, big teacher, a big father figure that we've been missing in our lives,
You
to
bound
show us,
to
to
go
teach us,
to the
to tell us, yeah, yes, gentlemen, I'm talking to you all. Yeah,
Yes,
to
sir.
Yes, man.
teach a man to be accountable for his actions.
Yes,
Because
sir.
it took a while for me to understand. Mother would teach me what mother knows, and it wasn't wrong, but she can only go as far. She could only go so far, and she did everything right, if you ask me.
But
But
you
the
still
father figure, it's a different set of, it's a different set of accountability and responsibilities if you're a man than when you're a woman.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And
Now,
this is something I had to find out while growing. Yeah,
so what Josh said, and
yes,
Scuba will come to you next. Now, what Josh made was a very, very important point. All right. Yes, we have people to influence us coming up. Maybe we were missing someone. In his case, it was his father. And in a lot of us case, there may be one parent or both parents. Or maybe just it was your mother and father, it was your grandparents. But we all take a little bit of something from everyone that influences us. But we also take something with us from the people who weren't there. And I experienced the same thing as a young, my father not being there when I needed him to be. And I made it a point to be there for my son so he couldn't experience or he didn't experience the same things that I experienced. So as we go through this, try to remember that we all come from something, whether we had it all or we didn't have anything. But now we're here
yes,
for
sir.
each other. And this is where we can lay it all out so we can all understand where the baseline is, and then we can all build each other up. So Josh, I appreciate you sharing that. And I'm sure either of the other people on the panel can relate to the things that you've said. So let's see what Skumba had to say about that. Who were the people that influenced you, Skumba, coming up with showing you how to be accountable and responsible?
Yeah, as for me, when I can say when I was 12 years old and I was about to turn 13 years, my mother passed on. And then my mother and my father, they were still together. But, back in the day, my father was working like far. So I grew up like maybe 5 years without my father around. But my father used to visit every now and then. So I used to live with my sister, and my sister was also young at that moment. So we had no one around like to teach us more about life. Most of the things like we experienced them by ourselves.
Mm.
But I can say my sister, she tried her best. She was a like a teacher to me. She was like the best person I ever had. So when I turned 16, then I moved to my father. Then I stayed with my father like just for a couple of years. Then like I think 2 years. Then I had to move and then see what's going on out there in the world. So I started
You,
working at a very young age, and honestly, but I can't blame my father. He was also there in my life. I can't blame him at all. But I believe that I didn't have enough time just to sit there with him and then teach me more about life. But I'm not blaming him or anything. But you know how life is. So I had to go and find something that I can do, something that can bring something on the table. So yeah, that's how it is. That's how it
yes,
went
sir.
down with my life, man.
Yes, sir. And again,
Yeah.
I can relate to that. I'm sure the other guys on the panel can relate to that as well.
Yes,
Yes,
And
sir.
sir. Yes,
I,
sir.
I kind of liken it to if you have to go on if you're going down life's highway, so to speak, and you
Yes.
have your father with you, you're on the N1. You know, it's wide
Yes.
open, it's a lot of lanes, you can go fast, you get to your destinations faster. But without him, you got to take the side roads, and you may get lost. Maybe traffic jam, maybe an accident it's full of potholes, detours. Then it may take you still get to your destination, but it takes you a little bit longer, so to speak.
Process.
So that's how that is when you don't have your father with you. That's how I create that analogy in my own head. I don't know how you guys do it, but having your father there definitely would have made things much easier. I don't know where I would be if he were there every day. I know what it took to get to where I was without him, and I just wonder how much better I would have been with him. But since I can't go back and change it, all I could do now is try to impact my son and how he goes. So he doesn't have to take the side roads. He can take the superhighway because I'm there with him. And
Mm-hmm.
I wish
Yes.
that each and every one of you could go back and change it, but all we can do is prepare ourselves for tomorrow.
For the future.
Mr. Polite,
Yes,
who was
sir.
your influence? And I want everybody to understand, Polite is very young. He's the youngest guy on the panel, very young. So his input is very important to show where our younger men's mindsets are. Now, most people aren't as intelligent as Polite, and they can't speak as well as he can speak, but it gives us insight on where the younger cats are. So us older cats like myself, and Mr. Spoonbill, and Mr. Flash can now look back and say, okay, I see where you at. I know where you're trying to go. I can help you. And if you want me to help you, I'm here for you. Because that's what
Yes,
we're trying to
sir.
do, the brotherhood. So, Mr. Polite, who was your influence growing up?
So for me, I can honestly say it was my mother.
Mm-hmm.
She was the father, the mother,
Mm-hmm.
the friend, the brother. She was everything. Cause um after we got burnt with my brother, he suffered more injuries than me, so he stayed in the hospital more longer than I did. Because I think I stayed for like approximately 8 months to almost a year. He stayed about 2 years straight, 1 year straight in ICU because he lost his hair. His left arm is withered, so the smoke kind of damaged his throat. So he had to undergo some operations and all that, which was quite, you know, dreadful. I'm not gonna lie, but hey, he's still alive. He's kicking. He's actually skateboarding. Very good. Um, but so yeah, for a really long time, I was with my mother and only my mother. And Daddy went to buy milk. I don't blame him though. I mean, and so I'm at some point. I feel like we all have flaws, A- and have accepted that he went to buy milk. Maybe he got lost somewhere, but he would definitely come back with the milk. He has to. I'm still waiting to eat my cornflakes with the milk. I have to eat the cornflakes with the milk. So yeah, I can say my path was curved by my mother, and through her flaws, I was slowly learning how to fix my flaws if I ever found myself in that typical situation at that time. So
Okay.
I think I don't mean to sound cocky with this, but I think my resolve as as for how old I am now and where I'm going, where I want to go, and how I'm thinking about it, I think I'm actually one of the most honored youths to be alive and think the way I think. I- I'm the chosen one. No one
That's
can think like me. So, yeah, I can definitely say
That's
growing up was quite difficult. It actually honed me. But I mean, I am still growing up. I mean, it's not like I've reached a state where I'm not growing up anymore. Physically too. So yeah. So growing up is tough even now. And I take accountability for every mistake I've done in the past years as a kid. Those days I actually bunked school. They're not doing it. It's not important. All those. I actually regret those days. If I could go back to the time where I was going to school, I think I'd actually undergo just going to school 365 days if possible, because some of us lost the chance to finish school, unfortunately. Maybe in the next life I'll go to a prestigious school, just not this one, sadly. But I've accepted that.
Well, let me ask you both this. Hold on a second. Now, I grew up in the States, and we didn't have school fees and things like that like you do here. So public school was free and other stuff like that, but the education was crap. And there's a lot of guys over there to let you know that. And
Yeah.
having the opportunity to now look back on it, growing up and being now as the man of my own home, I can look back now and say, okay,
Okay.
and ask you guys, how did that change you when you became the man of your house or wherever you're at now in at whatever point in your life you are? I look back at when I first became accountable for my own household and how that changed me when my daughter was born or when I did get married the first time and I moved into my own house or the first time I got deployed in the military and I left home and I didn't come back. You know, um, how did that change you? And I'll start with you again, Polite, since you're the youngest and probably haven't had as much experience on the other side as we have. So I'm going to ask you first, how has becoming more accountable changed you?
So um being accountable actually, I mean, it actually played a bigger part when I actually started working. I'm currently working now. Um, he's actually playing a huge role in my daily life
Mhm.
as someone who is actually responsible for everything that happens at home. Because
Explain that.
I'm the only one working at the moment, and um, I can honestly say the responsibility is strong. It takes dedication. It takes a very strong mindset to do what I'm currently doing right now. But I'm implying this to the youth, not not to the adults. No, it's more of the youth of our generation, because I believe that 98% of the youth I know, if they had this chance to actually start making a living, I think they would have done things differently. Vast majority of people I know already, they they prioritize pleasure over permanence.
Okay.
And for me, so their their pleasure is more of drinking, partying. They more of party animals. And I think if uh that if God actually gave them this chance to do what I'm doing now, not maybe in the same career, but just make a living, I think they would have actually been careless with it. So I'm very grateful that I'm the one who's getting this opportunity. I think I'm more deserving than the youth I know. I
Yes, sir.
I don't think they are at a point where they should be. I'm not saying this to curse the youth of our generation. I'm just saying many kids these days in the hood are quite lost. And
Yes.
them being lost is not a bad thing, really. I mean, we all choose to do what we do, right? And it's not like there's anyone pointing them with a gun to do what they're doing, but it's more
No.
of it's more of a they prefer that. And I think my situation is very different by far, because when I got the job, I was like, okay, now I'm accountable for taking care of the family. I'll prioritize my family before myself. I'll build something that will be everlasting, even if at some point I do lose the job. Circumstances happen, anything can happen. I can lose the job due to anything, anything. People get tired of you, they can replace you or whatever. But yeah, for me, right now, my accountability is mixed in with a lot of responsibility, and I'm actually trying my best to uphold that accountability and that responsibility.
Okay. Now, first, let me tell you, we all on the panel are extremely proud of the work you're doing. And most people, like you said, can't handle the load at a young age as you can or you're doing currently. So we encourage you to continue doing what you're doing. We have your back. You know we're only a phone call away at any time if you need anything.
Yes, sir.
And that leads us to Josh, you'll go next, then Scuba. This is what we, as older men, as older gentlemen, this is our responsibility. One of our many responsibilities now is to turn around and to look to young guys like a Polite or someone like him in his shoes, and then give them our knowledge if we can. If we have an opportunity, come sit down with let me holler at you, let me talk to you, ask them
Yes,
how
sir.
they're doing. Most of the time, most people don't even check on how the other
Yes,
guy's
sir.
doing. Sit down and say, "How are you today? How are you feeling?" You know, just check on your brother. So that's one of our many responsibilities. Now you don't have to go out and find somebody now to do so. Make sure you're capable, but at the same time, like you said, most of the young kids are exactly lost. Thousands, if not millions, are just lost, and
Yep.
there's not enough
Yep.
of us to go around to help find them all and bring them back to the light. So it's a big task in front of us. But let's go to Josh and see how has being more accountable, especially as a man of your house, how has it changed you?
Yes, Kings. Yes, Kings. I have to say a lot has changed.
Mhm.
Oh, a lot has changed. Um, I remember I moved out of the house 2017, starting to stay alone. I had a job and not too many responsibilities, just taking care of myself, making sure I survived, pay the rent. I never really used to see the importance of a job. back then, if I can say so. Probably sometimes didn't go to work because I did not see the value of that monthly income back then. And time has moved on. Thank God, because I found my girl. I found my girl. She changed me. Then she got pregnant. And that felt like, okay, I'm no longer taking care of myself right now. I just added two more people into my circle. So this happened. The other restaurant I was working at, they started to rob us cash, and I was like, "Ah, I know what, I'm leaving it." I went to work for another one, and the other one only took me for like 2 weeks, and then they're like, space is finished, we can't help you anymore. Then it hit me. I'm staying at home, my girl is pregnant, my baby's coming, and I have to work, I have to do something,
Yes,
because
sir.
this new world on my shoulder needs me to do something and change my set of responsibilities now. I had more responsibilities on my shoulder. Then the baby got born. Yeah, now changed everything else again. Now this person is alive. I have to make sure we have one, two, three in the house. I have to make sure that we load buckets of water just in case water goes away, because usually does that. Something I never used to do. I have to make sure we have gas or paraffin just in case electricity goes. Something I never used to do. These are thinking ahead. I'm thinking ahead now. I'm preparing. I'm making sure, okay, I have to save this much so that I can buy the baby one, two, three. Thinking ahead now, which has totally changed. I'm doing things I don't need right now, but things I know will help in the future. That's my new set of responsibilities lately. Thinking about the future rather than back when I was young, when I used to think of now, always thinking of now. And that has changed me a lot. It has changed me a lot. I'll take it like now I'm the owner of this company, and I have to make sure the bills are paid, everyone is fed, everything happens, and then I have my girl who's managing everything else, who's accountable for making sure that, okay, the house is clean, the house is all that, and then I have the kids who are now responsible for the small duties in the house. So I'm starting to see it more like a company. My life has changed from just being me to being a company with these people that depend on me, and these people need to get paid. So I have to make sure I'm find a way. These people are doing the work, so I have to make sure the company keeps open. We keep operating each and every week, each and every month, each and every day.
So
As
you go
the
from
owner of the
you went
company, I have to make sure of these things.
so you went from
Yes,
just
King?
you went from just you
Yes.
as polite is to now you have a whole household as polite is doing as well. And both of you seem to
Yes,
understand
sir.
that now when the weight shifts from you just looking at it now and it's sitting there to now you're carrying.
Yeah.
You're now the support for everyone that's around you, keeping this shelter and this roof above everybody's head. And now I need you both to hear
Yes, King.
the difference between how you two came up and how Scuba is going to describe his and how it's changed his. Because remember, with his age, it probably started a little bit further back, so it may be different. But I still want you two to understand where he started. And then I'll even tell you a little bit about mine. So go ahead, Scuba.
Okay, as for me, it's a very different and confusing story to tell, man. So for so many years, yes, I was responsible, but I wasn't holding myself accountable. So that's why like a lot of mistake was happening in my life, a lot of regrets. So last year I was about to lose everything. I was about to lose my family, like my wife. My wife was like very close, like to leave me because yes, I was doing like things like supporting my kids, but things that I was doing were totally wrong. So I can't blame anyone for that. I can only blame myself. Even if I think of the things that I used to do, I am not proud of them even today. So when I was about to lose everything after I moved out from my house for a couple of days, then I sat down, I thought about my life, and then at some point it was like I was at a point where my wife couldn't take my apology because like of lots of lies and empty promises. So until one of my brothers called me the other day, and then he, like my blood brother, he asked me what is going on with my life. He is hearing my other brothers telling them this and that. Then I explained everything. You know, sometimes when you are not accountable, you find like uh stupid excuses just to justify yourself. So that's what I was doing. And then my brother said, you know what? Meet me at your place and then we'll talk about it. And then we met and then we talked about it. Even when I was talking, I could hear myself that, you know what, I am totally wrong. Whatever I'm saying, it's kind of like nonsense. Until my brother told me that, you know what, if you don't get your life together, you're gonna lose everything. We have 3 kids now. So you just wanna start your life from scratch. So you just wanna lose everything. Then I came to a point that, you know what, I'm just gonna cut off people that I don't need in my life, people that ruin my life, like friends who are not bringing like anything uh positive to the table. I did all that. I even stopped drinking alcohol. I cut down drinking alcohol until I my wife started trusting me again.
And did you hear the point when he was at his lowest? Who came to help? His brother.
His
Yeah.
brother, yes.
Brother.
Now, understand, we may not all have blood brothers like that, but we are all brothers.
Yes.
So if we see someone down, it is our duty to our brother to at least extend a hand to help. Even if you can't solve the problem for them, sometimes all it takes is for you to put out your hand and offer to help that may encourage them to get back on their feet. And see, sometimes we don't get a lot of encouragement because we're men, we tough, and we don't need nobody, blah, 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 blah. Cut that out. We all need somebody. It may not be all the time, but when we do, we need them. And it would be nice if somebody was there, whether it was a brother, whether it was an uncle, whether it was a friend, who truly was genuine and said, "Hey, bro, I got you." Put their hand out and pulled you back up and got you on your feet again. So I'm glad you had your brother there for you, Snoop. I'm glad. You know, my brother is younger than me, so you know he's not as advanced, I would say,
Yes,
mentally.
yes.
He's not age.
Yes. Can I? Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Yes. And the funny part, the brother that I'm talking about is not something like we are not that very close. You know, like a brother that you like maybe you contact each other like once or twice a month. But the day when he called me, it changed everything.
Mhm.
It made me realize things that I was not aware of. And now I can see where I'm going with my life.
That's That is,
That is progress right there.
and that's the one thing that I wish for everyone that at our low point, and I don't
Yes,
know how spiritual you guys are. I know I pray a lot. I pray all the time. And when I get to my low points, I'm glad I have a spiritual connection where I can
yes,
go into prayer and figure things out on a different level and inspire myself, encourage myself, and even sometimes in doing this and talking to others, I can help inspire them and uplift them as well. And that does me some good. So I'm always there. I'm always ready and willing. But the challenge is to make sure that I have enough energy to not only take care of everybody else, but take care of myself as well. So, and don't forget that while we're helping others, we still have to help ourselves too. And so that's going to lead me into another question for you guys, okay? And it's about men in leadership. All right, what do you or what have you seen that tells you a man sets a good example to follow? What have you seen someone else do or seen someone else say that lets you know that that person is a good person to follow? Not yourself, but somebody else. And anyone can go on this one. Anyone.
okay, I'll go
All right.
first.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Skumba, get them.
Yeah, so I have, okay, so in our family, like I have more brothers, and like I have four brothers and one sister. So I was the only one who was not doing so well in life. So I've been watching my brothers doing so well. The other one, he built his own house. He's not paying rent right now. I am so proud of him. And then the other one, a couple of years ago, he moved out from the hood from Alexandra, and then he got a house, like a pawn house, in Flayhoff. He stays there, so he doesn't like have anyone who bothers him, like how we live here in, like in these castles in the hood. Okay, so it's a mortgage. I guess that's what you call it, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So he's living his life like he doesn't have to worry about a thing. The other one, he stays in, the one that came to talk to me. He stays in side of Joburg. He owns his own flat, so he ain't got to worry about a thing. And then the other one relocated, like he retired, like at a very young age. So back here he have rentals. He doesn't have to worry about a thing as well. Every month he receive his like monthly. It's more like a monthly salary,
Uh-huh.
if I can put it that way. And I am so proud of him, the one that I'm saying he moved to Limpopo, because he was the one who was taking care of me when I was like 16 years, 17 years old, because he also started working at a very young age. I am so proud of him. So he even gave me my first job. My first job in my life, I used to work for him. So like they've
And,
been like they are all my role models.
and those guys inspired you. So those were your own brothers that inspired
Yes, they inspired me a lot. My own brothers, like I'm so proud of them.
you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And Josh, you were about to say
Yes,
too?
sir. Yeah. I was about to say Skumba, the gentleman right here.
Uh-huh.
Man, 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 this guy over here. To me, I look up to him. He is showing me that it's possible. You know, he's opening doors. He's doing things that I was imagining to be impossible. This gentleman is building a house with his own hands. And we're working at the same place, probably getting the same salary, but still he's achieving so much and it's inspiring. It's very inspiring.
True
Makes
that.
me
True
look at
that.
my situation differently. Mm.
And
So it's
just so
not
you
a
know,
money thing.
I can't build a house with my hands either. So Scuba, you got my respect as well too. So I can't let him
Yeah,
know
this shit.
I make
I
I make
respect him.
hey,
I
hey,
respect him.
hey, nothing but respect for that. I'm amazed at that. But it does
Yes, sir.
light a fire underneath even me to make me say, hey, if he can do it, so can I.
Yeah,
Why can't I do it? So
exactly.
hey, I look to that as well. I look to that as well. So it's gonna be you
And you,
never know if you're inspiring by what you're doing. So just keep doing what you're doing
yeah,
and behind you,
keep
you
doing
got a
what
lot
you're
of
doing,
people.
man.
Yes, sir.
Don't
Yes, sir.
stop.
Thank you so
Yes.
much, guys. Thank
Never.
you. Thank you. I really
Now, thank
appreciate
you,
it.
man. Thank you.
Mr. Polite,
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
who have you seen or what have you heard to that lets you know that that person sets a good example for you?
So for me, I don't mean to sound rude about this, but I will exclude the the people I can say maybe the people I live with or the people I know around me. But I'll definitely say there's a man
Mhm.
in my life who's actually who at some point actually turned and said, yeah, yeah, yep, that man right there. You see that man right there? He's the man. In goals.
And
That
go.
man
Goes.
is beyond my comprehension. I was actually
Yeah.
I was beyond impressed. I'm at that point. I was like, okay, if I'm actually to go back in time during the war, and he is the commander saying, "Man, push forward. I'm not stopping. I'm going forward." and and
yeah.
that man is actually Mr. Bradley himself. Wow,
Yes, sir.
wow! Like
Yes, sir.
words cannot
Yeah.
explain this man. His
Yes, sir.
mindset, the way you actually channel into people's minds and dig deep into their darkness and actually reveal their true potential is just beyond me. I cannot comprehend that.
Mm.
I'm inspired by you, sir. And yes, all of the X5 perspective as Josh over there, Skumba right there. Yes, you men are all kings in my eyes. I definitely live up to you. And I don't wanna stop. We shouldn't stop doing this. Don't stop till you get enough. But yes,
Yes,
in the
sir.
hierarchy, in the hierarchy of power, it's Mr. Bradley himself. Come on now. Clap hands for this man. Come on. Come on now. Hey, respect to you, sir.
I thank you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Yeah.
That's what
Yes,
I have to
kid.
say. That's what I have to say. I personally cannot think of anyone
We
who could have
appreciate you, King.
pulled this. Come on.
Yes, sir. I appreciate the kind words. And gentlemen, I just look, this is I do this for all of us, but more so for you than myself. And this is just part of what I think I can do to give back to you guys, because I want to give you guys something that I didn't have. There was nothing like this when I was, I think I'm a little older than Skumba, a couple few years older
Yeah.
than Skumba. Just well.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and I have kids and I have children older than Josh and you, Polite. So there was none of
Yeah.
this when I was coming up. I had my uncles, I had my mentors in the military, and these were some great guys, but they were mysterious. They never, like you said, Polite, they never sat down and opened the door as to who they were. They sat you down, they talked to you, but you never got to understand who they were. So I
Yes,
still
sir.
learned a lot of things on the fly. And what I didn't have was what I offer to you guys now, an insight to me so you can help understand you. And then you can then in turn infect somebody else with the same thing. You see what I'm saying? And help them understand themselves better. And then we're all
Yes,
better
sir.
at the end. So again, I appreciate you saying that I inspire you, and it's my honor, it's my pleasure to help or be
True,
just to be
King.
around you
You're an
guys.
inspiration, King.
It
We
feels
on.
around and we talk to each other. So I appreciate all of that as well. And it's just a short amount of time too. It's only been what, like I've been in South Africa 8 months now. So we've come a long way from just
We come a long,
yes
we
sir,
come a long, short way.
yes sir. And I'm
Yes, sir.
assuming you guys have
Yeah.
come a lot closer too since you've been on the panel
Yeah. Yes.
talking with each other.
Definitely.
Yes sir, yes sir,
Definitely.
yes sir. Now we understand the difference. All right. Now
Yes.
how was have how was holding yourself accountable not changed you as a man, but helped you with your relationships, not only with each other but with your family as well? When how has it how has your view on your family and your friends, with you being more responsible and being more accountable, how has that view, all right, how you associate with people, how you react with your family, how has that changed you more personally that way? Or has it changed you more personally? Like, do you deal with your family different? Do you deal with your friends differently? Do you speak to other people differently? Now, how has being accountable changed you in that way? Like, like I'll give you an example for me. Like for me,
Okay.
I've married my wife now 4 years ago, and she brought two younger children, two boys, 14 and 12, to the relationship. So I'm now coming into these young men's lives at an age where they're used to their father, right? But they split up. Now they got to get used to me. So I'm having to readjust how I approach life in order so I can be a positive influence in their lives as well. They didn't know me at all, but now we live with each other every day, all the time. So it changed me in a way because I was getting comfortable by myself. I was chilling.
Yeah.
All of that changed, and y'all know Brandy. My life changed, and influencing these younger men to be better has helped me now progress even further. So, because now I'm getting not only Polite's age, but now even younger, and I'm influencing the next generation. So,
Yes, sir.
how has that changed your personal relationship and being more accountable? How has that changed your personal relationship? I don't know if y'all got
Okay.
girls.
Let me go, King.
Go ahead.
Yeah. All right. So for me personally, it has changed me quite a bit. Um, I have shifted, if that makes any sense. I've shifted from who I was to aspiring to be a better person. Having my daughter also taught me patience,
Mm,
taught me how to, you know, calm down. Don't be quick to act, don't be quick to react.
hmm
And the same things that she's teaching me, I'm applying elsewhere, even at work. When somebody talks back in a certain tone, I can now, I'm now able to handle it better than I used to before.
Yes, sir.
And that's something I'm very happy for. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
They've
Yes,
taught
sir.
me that we all make mistakes. We all make mistakes. So patience with other people, understanding and trying to better someone. I'm more active in doing that with other people now.
Okay. Okay.
Even my
All right.
colleagues at work, even with the colleagues at work, I treat them differently now. I'm more. uplifting instead of ignoring or stamping down. Stamping
Okay.
down, like we said, me and these two gentlemen here, we used to talk, but me learning and the XY perspective as well, you, Mr. Bradley, influenced me to open up to this gentleman.
Okay.
And opening up to them has helped me talk about what I'm facing, which is something that I probably never used to do with anyone.
Right.
I'm now able to open up about how I'm feeling,
Mhm.
able to ask for advice,
Okay.
able to take advice from other people and go and apply it to my household. I treat my lady different now because the kids are watching. I want to teach them how to
Mm.
treat women in future, if that makes sense. They're now
Yes, sir.
Yes,
watching,
sir.
so I have to I have to show, be an example now. That accountability is on me now for how they're going to turn out in future.
Yes,
So
sir.
even when I'm at home, the behavior has changed. Behavior has changed a lot, and how I treat even kids in the street, it has changed. And I think it's for the better. It's changing for the better.
Yes,
It
sir.
has to be for the
But
better.
a lot has changed. It has to be king. A lot has changed, though,
Okay.
since acquiring this accountability that I'm now facing, and I'm proud to take ownership of.
All right. All
Okay,
right. Let's go.
like yeah, okay, I'm happy to carry this weight on my shoulders. I'm happy to carry this weight, but with this weight, I need to now pave the way, show the direction, come back and teach other people, leave them a trail to follow. And yeah, I say I'm still growing every day. I'm still trying to be better, and we
Yes,
grow
sir.
every day. We grow every day, and inspiration.
All right. All
Really
right.
like
All
that.
right.
Yes, King.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for that, Mr. Scuba. What you got
Yes.
for?
Yeah, what I can say, it's more like especially when we are raising girls,
Ah.
you can't be harsh on them, bruh. Even if like
Yes,
you
sir.
talking like maybe negative to their mother, you can see that everyone is about to cry in this house.
Yeah.
You can't be like Denzel on training day, like I'm gonna put everyone on 24 hours lockdown in this house. Nah. Nah, so you have to hold
Yes, sir.
yourself accountable, man, for everything to go so well, man.
Ah,
But you know what? I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it, man. Imagine if I was staying alone, man. A lot of mistake would be going on, man, in my life. I would be messed up right now. I don't know where my life would be right now.
Yes, sir.
So I'm so grateful to have these people, man. Even if like they cause headaches sometimes, but hey,
Yes, sir. They all do. They all do.
yeah, yeah,
That.
man. But you know, as a man, we all have to go through this.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because you know, you understand a man who stays alone. I've seen a couple of them, like they look like they are missing a screw or something,
yeah.
man.
Bunch of screw.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
I don't need
you
no
can
woman.
even tell from a distance that this man needs a woman in his life.
Oh,
This man needs
wait.
family
Now,
in his life, man. Yeah.
that
So
is
the more you grow up, it's not more about the family you come from. It's about the family that comes from you.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Just, I don't know where you stand in your relationship wise. I don't know if there's a special somebody there, you got somebody you're talking to, but I know you do have personal relationships of your own. So, how has your level of responsibility and accountability affected your personal relationships? Now we get to the
I-
nitty gritty.
Okay, your network was breaking a little bit. I didn't hear of like couple of things that you were asking me.
Yeah, I was asking polite
All right.
Oh,
Yeah.
about. I'm saying
Madam
about.
General, I'm
I'm,
spaced out.
I'm sorry about
Physically, I'm
that.
not here. I'm sleeping, but I'm here mentally. Don't worry. I'm not going
Okay.
anywhere.
All right. So I was saying I don't know where you stand in your personal relationship, but I know your level of responsibility as head of your own house. How has that accountability impacted your personal relationship, or has it delayed you from starting a personal relationship?
So I can definitely say that Josh touched on a very good detail there when it comes to patience.
Mhm.
You know, to be calm when executing a plan. Because for a really long time, I suffered wanting to multitask, and all those tasks started to actually push me down, drown me in my own domain. So I actually reached a point where everything I was executing in my household, I couldn't see it personally, but they could see. So I started having the mentality of, I'm not doing enough. I should be doing better than what I'm doing now. Then my mom once told me, what you're doing is actually beyond what I believe many kids would be doing right now to their families. Many kids would have actually moved out from their household, lived all by themselves. And I actually at some point started to have that mentality of wanting to move out. But then it hit me that mo- moving out can actually attract a lot of demons, if I can say, because you're now in your like for I'm in your true personal space. You are all by yourself, which means you can proceed to whatever you want to do. You can do those DD parties, you know, and I mean just
This guy wants DD parties.
so
No, did you can't do
I mean not really DD, but you know like something more intense. You can now bring you can now invite girls over. You can now invite boys, you know, for a boys party. Hey, come on, chance, I'm all by myself. So I feel like moving out mentally unprepared can actually cause problems to
that.
someone out there. So for me, right now, it's all about execution. And to execute a plan, you need to strategize carefully, calmly strategize that plan. I mean, in order for you to execute. And I'm actually learning how to strategize patiently because
Yeah.
sometimes the impatient can kind of like take over, you know, and like control me to actually, okay, you know what, let me improvise this execution plan and do something that's less perfect but fast. So I'm actually teaching myself to slowly adapt to just, you know what, calm down, let whoever's doing something do what they're doing. You focus on this stage of the road. Focus on climbing this mountain. You don't need to jump over it. You just need to climb the mountain first and see what's ahead of you from a higher view. So yeah, my perspective right now is calmness, as Josh stated there. It's all about being patient, really, and that's what I'm actually learning, teaching myself to handle like emotions that will actually ruin my plan because emotions can sometimes control your mindset. So, and emotions are more like hunger. When you're hungry, you think once you eat, you'll eat 10 plates of chicken and wings. But once you eat like one plate of rice and spinach, you fine. You're like, you know what? It was just hunger. I'm fine now. I ate rice and cabbage. I'm fine. I'm good. I can actually sleep now. But before you ate that, you were actually thinking of buying yourself 20 packets of McDonald's and Debonair's pizza. But once you eat something, and then that urge, that urge is gone. You're like, yeah, I'm fine.
Fine.
I actually didn't know a thing of Debonair's. I wouldn't eat Debonair's now. I'm full. So
Yes.
sometimes emotions are more tricky than you can think. And I'm slowly becoming aware of that. So yeah, I think I'm in a good pace right now.
So
I don't know if that answered the question, but yes.
it does. And you touched on emotions. We're going to have to do another show on managing
Yep.
emotions because
I think
that's an important thing for men to understand. If you're not in control of your emotions, you're not in control of your life
yes,
because
sir.
an emotional man is a dangerous man. You know, you'll do some crazy things. So you got to remember that. But for me, like I'll give you my quick story with that. You know, I graduated high school. I was 17 in 1996, and I went to the military 2 months after I graduated high school, and then 4 months after joining the military, I had my daughter and I was married. So I was 18 years old, freshly married, in the military, and had a new daughter. And like Scuba said, raising girls is really, really different. It that's that's what changed. When I had to become responsible for that family, accountable for my family, on my own as a grown man, and I'm freshly 18 years. I was 18 years and 4 months, and I had a family.
Jesus Christ.
It was crazy. So I was like, but I had to do it. I didn't have any experience. I didn't have
Can you hear me,
any
Kings?
time. I didn't have my
Yep.
father at the time, and we got you back, Josh. And I just had to go at it on my own. And needless to say, it failed. My, my first marriage failed miserably because I didn't have any
Oh
help.
my God. Oh,
It was crazy. It was the hardest point in my life. I was too young. I started drinking a lot. I mean, I was still in the military, so I was overseas. I'm doing all kind of things. My life was in shambles. But through the grace of God and mentors and help, my family praying for me and lifting me up, I got through it. And it's really tough. And I had to learn a lot of things on the fly by myself. And so I pray for you guys all the time because I don't want you to go through the things that I went through or have to even make the same kind of decisions that I had to make because shit is hard. I just put it like that. It is hard.
it is hard.
Yes, man.
And it don't matter how old you get. You know, I turned 47 in a week of about 8 days. I turned 47 years
Hey,
old. And
exciting, isn't it?
it's another year, and I'm grateful
I
for it.
mean,
It's another year, and I'm grateful for it. But if I could go back and have the knowledge that I have now and go back to when I was 20, oh, I changed the world. Yeah, I would definitely change the world. So we gotta make do with what we got, play the cards we got dealt, all the analogies we want to make. But now I have you guys. I have a network of other guys that I can reach out to, and that's why perspective
mhm,
has to be better.
mhm,
I
mhm.
had
Yes.
Look, guys, we up on an hour and a half, right? I got one more good question for you guys. All right.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Scuba. Since you're the
Yes.
since you're the older of the panel members, you're not the oldest. I think I got you by a little bit. You know, a little bit. What would you tell the next generation of young men about handling responsibility and accountability?
Yeah. Hey, that's a hard one, no?
Yes, sir.
You know, sometimes it's very hard to tell someone who is getting like to a like same stage with polite to tell them what to do because I believe that most of them they tell themselves that they already know about life. Because I've done that myself. Like I was like, when someone trying to give me an advice, I was like, no, what? This person is just telling me crap.
Hmm.
So it's hard, I'd like to advise, especially like people like these young folks. But I will try, but I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen.
So, so if you had one thing, now what's one thing you would tell them? Just give me one thing. And if you're listening on YouTube, put in the comments what you would share with the younger generation or the next generation. Maybe I can read a couple of them if we get them up on the screen here soon. But
Yes.
we're asking Scuba right now, what's one thing, give me one thing you would tell them about handling responsibility? Just one thing, Scuba.
Yeah, I would say I would ask them to try by all means to get their life together while it is still early.
Yeah.
Yeah, while the time is it still allows them, because it's like really kind of depressing for someone who is like 39 turning 40, trying to still build their life from scratch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say like they
To
should
that.
just try to get their shit together. Excuse my French. To get their whatever, their life together while it's still early.
Yes, sir. And
Yeah.
that's an important thing. Use the time that you have because it goes quick. Like I said, I was
Yeah.
just telling you, my daughter was born right when I was out of high school. Now that same daughter turns 29 on her next birthday. It goes
Mm.
like that. It goes fast. So, Josh, if you could go back and tell your younger self
Yes,
one thing,
Kings. Yeah,
what
I
would it be?
appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
If you could tell your younger self one thing, what would it be?
yeah, I appreciate that time. The time answer by Skumba, that's just perfect, you know? Time
Yes,
is
sir.
never on our side. Time is not on our side.
Yes, sir.
But if I was to go back and tell my younger self something, I'll tell him that responsibilities without an accountability is probably like a ship that's sailing with no destination.
Okay. Okay.
You can do all the things that are supposed to happen on the ground, but if you're not accountable for the results, then why bother? You know,
Yes.
if you're gonna do something, make sure you do it right and be held accountable for it and make sure it gets finished. Make sure you are aware of the results. You know, if you
Yes,
wanna
sir.
set your mind to something, cool. You wanna plan the steps to do it, all right. That's your responsibility to fulfill, but hold yourself accountable
Yes, sir.
for how this whole situation is going to turn out. Our younger generations now, you know how we are, hard-headed. I know
Yeah.
everything. I know everything. I don't. You can't tell me nothing. That's the mindset. But if I had to tell them something about learning responsibility, find yourself a goal and be accountable for reaching it.
Yes,
I
sir.
think that's the best thing I can tell my younger self right now.
Yes, sir. If you start, finish it. If it's something you're going to put your name on, give it your absolute best effort and finish it. Don't leave a task undone. Don't leave a stone unturned. Start and finish. I mean, that's it sounds easy, but it's real hard to do. You have to stay
Yeah,
focused. You have to stay determined.
way hard.
You can't be unbothered, or you can't let any outside things distract you from that goal. If you start something, you finish it. And that's my advice to all of you. And polite, I'm gonna give you this the last part of that. If you had one question to ask the older generation, what would you ask them about accountability?
Hmm.
Hmm.
I was actually expecting a different question, so this one's more of a process question. I'm kind of processing now. Now I'm blank. I'm
Yeah.
processing. Like, okay, I was not expecting this question, but okay, okay. I guess I prepared for the wrong question. Oh
No,
shit.
this is me. I'm throwing you a curveball. I want to see where your mind is at right.
Curve.
Oh, you caught me off guard there. Oh my god. I'm like, ah, shit. The older generation. Right. What would I ask the older generation?
Yeah, what
Hmm.
would you ask
Mm.
me? Okay, what would you ask me about accountability?
Like,
What
like, like, based on accountability, right?
yes,
And
sir.
responsibility, etc. Right?
Yes.
Hmm. Hmm. I'm still processing. It's quite tricky.
Take your time. Take your time. It's all right.
Okay. You know what? Let me make this easy for
Yes,
myself.
sir.
What would I ask? So, if I look at it in a, what would I ask the older generation? It's more confusing. But what would I ask you personally? That one's much better.
Yes.
Hmm. What would I ask you? How did you do it? How? How? How?
Did you
How
do it?
did, how did you like at some point realize, okay, it is time to man up? I can say like, at which state were you to actually realize, okay, it is time for me to actually man up and start the consultant of like through the drinking process and all that. Like, how did you stop and become the man you are today?
Now that is a good question. That is a really,
Mm,
really good question.
A very
And
good question, brother.
um, I was a lot further along than I wanted to be, and I wasn't where I wanted to be. And like I said, I had went through a messy divorce, drinking a lot. I think my son was 11 years old, and I think it was like a Saturday morning or something like that. And I had just finished drinking all night. I went and
mhm.
picked the kids up for the weekend, and he asked me. He said, "I thought you wanted to be the world's greatest at something." I said, "Yeah, I do." You know, he was just looking at me. Now he's 11. He said, "Well, when you drink, you don't act like it." And I had to stop myself because I was sitting there still hungover. And
Mhm.
this boy was telling me that he saw what he wanted. He saw his dad. He wanted his dad to be great. And when I drank, I didn't behave that way. I stopped drinking. I made myself stop drinking. And I reinitialized myself after that. I I turned around where I was going right then, cold turkey. I stopped everything. And I said, you know what? I can't let this little man down. This is Marcus Bradley the second, and he's looking at me, and I'm failing him right now. He's 11. So I was like, I got to do better. So at that moment, I turned around.
You became sober.
Had he not asked me
Yes,
that
sir.
when he did, ain't no telling where I would have ended up. But at that moment, I stopped everything and turned it around for better because my son was watching his hero drown himself in alcohol. And
Hmm.
if I want to be this hero for him, I have to behave as such. And I stopped
So
blaming the world for my problems. I stopped pointing the finger at everybody else. I said, this is all
you
on
took
me.
accountability.
I was like, Skumba and Josh said before, the kids are watching. Everything you do, they're watching. Everything I was doing, he was looking at me. and I made myself turn around and be better for him at that moment. So yeah, I think I was I think I was 30, so 31 years old when he did that, and he saved my life. And the next year, I won the Soldier of the Year award in the Army. So I went from drinking every day to Soldier of the Year. Got myself in shape. Got the best physical condition. Got my mental condition. I got spiritually grounded, and I was great. So that was the one. That was the time when I turned my life around, and I was 30. So it can happen, even if you're an old dude, it can still happen. Don't get yourself because you're not where you want to be right now. You could be a lot worse. You could have a lot less. And if we find ourselves complaining about our lives as it is, like what I ain't got, blah blah, you can always have a lot less. All right.
True that.
Be thankful and always do your best in your life. So, yeah, that was a really, really good question, Polite. I know you had it in you.
Yeah. I improvised. I was like, no way. I'm disappointing these men in front of me. No way. I gotta cook. Let them cook. I cooked.
I thought I caught you off guard. You caught me off guard. That was good.
I caught you off guard.
That was good. I think we got.
But I have to say that was a very good realization. You actually, have you seen the movies when your subconsciousness is drowning, then you have to call out to yourself, and then you have to like reach out to yourself to save yourself. I think this is what happened in your case. You actually reached out to your inner self and actually pulled that man within you, the Bradley we now know, which was sealed down there by the Bradley that was hangover that day.
Yes, sir.
And yes, here you are, sir. Here you are, standing on business.
Actually, it was the younger Marcus that pulled that Marcus out.
Yes.
So.
And hey, we are grateful to have you here.
And I haven't and every time he calls, I try to answer on the first ring. So I never let him down again.
Yes, sir.
So,
that was a very good answer, sir.
I don't have any more questions, right?
Okay. Oh.
There was something you learned that you can take away from tonight's conversation that you will apply starting tomorrow, maybe in your life. What's one thing that you learned from tonight?
Zoe was kind of making some noise there. Ooh, I was like, yeah, I had nothing. I only had next day.
There she is.
She's now standing on business. She's like, I'm here now.
See how the ladies come in and take over the show? You see
Yeah.
how that is? Come in and take over.
Yeah, man. That's what they do.
So if you could kindly just repeat that request you had.
One takeaway from tonight's show that you've learned about accountability.
One hot take, huh?
What's one takeaway?
One takeaway.
Yes, sir.
So should I go first, or someone is willing to?
No, you go ahead.
All right. I'm cooking. Something in my head. I'm cooking. It's coming slow. It's coming slow. I'm cooking.
Let Skoomba go, and then you go after him.
Yes, please. I'm still cooking.
Yes, sir.
You know what? Today, honestly, I learned a lot, because you understand that for a man to open up and then tell you the story of his life, it's kind of not easy.
Yes, sir.
Because us men, sometimes we have this kind of pride that holds us back. We not open up most of the time because we always think that, okay, what if I tell this person this and they are going to judge me or something, and it kills us a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But for doing this, sitting here with you, fine kings, I would say this is like, even the guys that are watching right now, I don't know if there is or not. I'm sure they are also adopting something from us. So I would say thank you so much, guys. I learned a lot today,
Yes, sir.
honestly.
Yes,
Yes.
sir. Josh, what you got for us? I know you're kind of busy right now with Lil Mama, but what's one takeaway you got for us, Mr. Josh? Let me
So
unmute.
Yes,
I think Josh is on mute. Is it
No,
okay?
he's here now. He's here.
I'm back. I'm back. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we
Yes,
can
Yeah.
sir.
hear you.
All right.
Yes, yes.
All right, Kings. All right, Kings. One thing I'll take away. One thing that I would really like to take away from this is the point that time is not our side.
Yes, sir.
Time is not on our side. As gentlemen, as kings, we gotta act now. We gotta change today. Make sure stop procrastinating, like Polite said. You gotta stop it. Find a way to beat that part and continue. The time is now. There's no other time. The time is now, and it's moving. We're growing older and older. Yeah. And I really appreciate you, gentlemen, for this lovely evening. I'm
Yes,
busy
sir.
with this baby right now, but yeah.
We see she's trying to take the phone
He
from
be
you.
holding you by them
Yeah.
shirts, but hey,
Hey,
hey, hey. I wanna be busy with you
it's a
now.
struggle, man. It's a struggle, but yeah, she's coping it
Hey,
up.
hey.
I'll mute you real quick. Okay. Polite. Now you ready?
I'm ready, sir.
Let's hear it.
I cooked. So my takeaway today is that so throughout the whole journey of us as kings, as XY perspective, I I was always aware that yes, I have kings I, that actually have my back. But today, it's acknowledgement. I acknowledge that as kings, we all have problems, we all have demons, and we are all fighting something in common, and we are all heading towards the same path, which is greatness. We all want greatness for our current generation and the next generation. And for me, knowing that there's actually men out there, yourselves to be specific, there are men out there who are actually fighting against demons. I'm not alone in this battle full of demons with 6 heads and all that. I'm grateful to say I acknowledge you kings as men who are in the struggle with me. I'm not in this battle all by myself.
Yes, sir.
That is my hot take. That is
Yes,
my
sir.
takeaway. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Acknowledgement. My takeaway is acknowledgement.
And I'm glad you said that. And I'm gonna end it on this. That we sometimes feel like we are alone. We
Yes.
sometimes feel like this is an uphill battle and I'm carrying all this weight on my own.
Within
And I want
myself, yes.
you all to know that that is not true.
That
Because
is not true.
as long as I live and breathe, you got one person that will always come to your aid when I can. And
Yes,
I
sir.
look for you guys to support each other. But I also challenge you to look around you at the men around you. And if you see someone that needs help, if you can, offer your hand to help. It may not have to be
Oh,
money. It may not have to be food. It may just be a question. Sir, are you okay? No. Are you all right? How you feeling today? Just check on someone. Look out for someone. You never know what somebody else is going through. You may think your life is tough right now, but there's probably
Yes,
a
sir.
million people that want to change places with you and have what you have, and they'll be
Yes, sir.
grateful. So just be grateful for what
True
you
that.
have, and
True
when you
that.
have an opportunity, reach out and help someone else, even if it's just one person. Reach out and help
Yes,
someone
sir.
else. And
But
I appreciate all you guys for your time tonight. I want to tell everybody that's watching on YouTube, thank you for your time as well. Put your email or something in the comments, and I'll reach out to you and be in touch with you that way, so I can let you know a future show. Guys, we got another show next month, and we're coming up on our live event in November where we'll be going global. It's an international show in November coming up. So I want you guys to be ready. So September and October, we're gonna do the same, not the same show, but we got different topics, but we're gonna be around the same time at the end of the month. So guys, this is only gonna go up from here. Keep sending out the links when we put them out. Keep encouraging people to watch the shows, send them to the YouTube page so they can look at the shows. And for you guys, thank you again. I appreciate your time, appreciate your service. I'm sure the people watching appreciate you on YouTube. And this is going out for the world to see. So hopefully we'll impact and change at least one life. And if we save one life, that's one more than the devil got. Right?
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you guys, and I hope you have a good rest of the evening. Try to get some rest, be up for work tomorrow. And
Thank you, sir.
Guys soon. I'm Marcus Bradley, and this has been yet another episode of the XY Perspective. Y'all have a good evening.
Thank you, sir. Take care.